cleric first, because I like the idea of clerics and like magic casters and stuff, and I'm always a sucker for playing the healing character because that's just me through and through. I have a separate run though, where I recreated Onyx, and I've not played much on her run yet, but I've got her as a ranger, and I'm just like, oh my god, at some point when I get this level, I'm gonna be able to be sharpshooter and all sorts. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited to play like all the D&D characters as best as I can.
But when you say all of them, do you have a number for that?
Well, I have a couple. They're not 5e necessarily.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have ready characters that I would love to try out too.
Mm-hmm.
5e is making one very possible for me. Okay. So I'm very excited at the way. But there's quite a few. Ever growing.
Okay, so I've messaged David on multiple things. According to Discord, he's playing Baldur's Gate 3. So I don't know if he's just obsessed with that and ignoring messages, or if something else has turned up. So
let me have a look. Because he pops up on my Discord every now and then. Oh yeah, I see it.
And Charlotte has declared that she's not going to be attending today, so we'll just get started and hope that David eventually joins us. Okay, so who would like to do the recap for last session?
God. They are running from multiple zombies. Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't remember the first bit, like, other than we got on the boat. We got to...
We landed on in the ghost city. It once was a battlefield, and then we discovered that they get infected and everybody died. We discovered that we've been played by this guy. I don't remember the name because I have to look for it. What's his name?
A vampire dude.
Aiden.
Oh yeah.
Aiden. Yes. Yeah, this guy. Fucker. And that's it. I mean, we managed to get through the city in one piece.
Just.
There's an horde of undead people that are trying to following us and eat it. That's it.
And on your way out, you saw this guy hanging from a tree, just looking very smugly at you.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. So he said the game begins or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got to play and we were trying to figure out which pathway was the best way to go.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one.
Decision. Yeah, we either got north or south. North from the mountain or south through the bridge.
And the irony is that last session we decided not to make that decision so that we could have the full group here to make that decision.
Yeah.
So...
Damn it, everyone!
Yes.
Well, but first off, to start off, you've also given yourself 500 XP from escaping the city, which has brought you up to level 10 with everything that implies. So, Michele, would you like to explain to everyone what your level 10 ability is?
Why?
For drama, darling, drama. Everyone's interested in that body of yours.
What? Nothing has really changed. Right?
Yeah, mine's not the most outstanding addition.
I've just changed a few curses and acquired another level 0 spell. That's it. I just changed a few bits on things that I wasn't using at all, just replacing it with something that I'm thinking it might be a little bit more useful than just raising dead people over the ground. which I never used it because it would take me 10 minutes to do it, and like I never had the time to. For fuck's sake, unless I bring a pile of bones with me and just like plants.
Which is ironic in many different ways because Scott doesn't like you raising the dead anyway. But you've also gained your armor of hexes. So if somebody that
Yes.
you curse attacks you, you can use your reaction plus the dice roll to just simply say that doesn't hit
Nope.
me.
Oh, that's cool.
Just to say nope.
Yep, you can just let nope out of any damage that this guy does to you.
Yeah, no matter of the consequence of the dice.
Yep. So they could hit you with literally like power word kill or something, and you can just simply say.
Not today, Satan. Not
on-
today.
On the just as long as you roll high enough on the d6, you can just nope out of it,
Yeah,
and you can do that every single round as well because it's a reaction.
it is a reaction.
So Onyx, what did you get in your level 10 gift pack?
My main thing was that I've got a new favorite terrain type now, so I've got 3, I think. I actually need to double check that now. Yes, I now like the forests finally.
Yep.
And the other one I have is hide in plain sight, so I can take a minute to create camouflage, and if I stay really, really still, I get a +10 to stealth checks. So it's good, but really
The
situational.
thing that cats do when you stand still, you can't see me.
Exactly. So
Oh no, it's that skill that Guardians of the Galaxy guy had. He stands still.
yes, yes.
Oh,
I'm moving
if
very,
I
very
say you won't see
slowly.
me.
I've also done some tweaking to your skill stats as well. Because
Yeah.
you're in your favorite terrain, these are now where your stats are.
Oh, I was wondering why I had a hell of a boost, and was thinking, I'm sure that's normal for leveling up, right? I don't know 5e that well, but I'm sure that's normal, right? So thank you very much.
Thing is, rather than us trying to calculate it, he saved you the time.
Yeah, honestly, that's life-saving for me.
But in a nutshell, her pretty much all of her wisdom stats, she basically rolls a +10 on.
Well, maybe we should get on
Jesus.
and decide the route.
I am a wise being, thank you.
Yeah, wisdom and intelligence, but
I think Onyx should decide our way.
I'm
where
not
we're
that
going.
intelligent.
oh wait, no,
Same
yeah,
now.
it is just your wisdom because it's just the ones that you're already proficient in,
Yeah.
and then the ones that you're not proficient in, you get proficiency effectively.
So, but either way, Onyx should be leading the way.
Yeah, but there's also the fact that being in her favorite terrain means that she can't get lost unless someone specifically makes her lost through magic. She can't be.
Oh, that doesn't
Surprised.
bode well for the fact we have a guy that wants to play hide and seek.
Yeah, and you don't originally basically through normal means of travel. You can either travel stealthily at slightly slower speeds or go brashly at faster speeds. Something I didn't take into account. Onyx can move stealthily at normal pace, but that is just you as opposed to the group.
So
So what
basically,
you're
either way,
saying-
she has to wait for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, if I want a good chance, I need to ditch the party. Okay, good to know.
We love you too.
Nothing
Onyx.
plus.
And Nat, do you want to tell the group where you go?
I got some new spells. What else did I do? Yeah, I got new spells.
And for any spells that are of the evocation class, she can add her intelligence modifier to
Oh yeah.
their attacks, which is a +5, which basically means that if she casts Magic Missile or her Mighty Meteors, then she can add 5 damage to every single one of them.
Oh wow,
Yeah, that's cool.
that's awesome.
And then Morella and Kashan
How
haven't
many
done-
damages did she do with the meteors last time?
Well, it's something that Natalie wasn't here for, unfortunately, but when she last time that she cast Mighty Meteors, and she had
She buffed.
she had the boon from her dream to boost it, and she did more or less 100 damage with them.
That's right. It was crazy.
Yeah. I need 2 minutes. I need to go and get the bait.
I can be highly destructive when I want to be.
Hey, what do you mean when you want to be?
That's exactly what I mean. The question is, should be not when I want to be. It's when do I not want to be.
Okay, and Marilla and Kashan haven't done their level up yet, which is fun. But so this means you got two slightly less powerful NPCs with you, who may or may not have abilities that would be particularly useful in this situation. You don't know.
Oh
It's
no.
fine. You got me.
Can I advise to be stealthy more so today?
Okay,
It's fine. You got me.
and me, darling.
Oh, thanks, Frank.
Could we not just get Frank to turf, make them all go away?
Make who to go away, darling? I'm sensing a wish in the air.
Oh no, please no.
Okay, so you've now left the sort of the borders, as you would, of Verdansk. Now, but something which the map didn't necessarily allow me to show in any great detail is that basically the northern and eastern coasts of Minefields are effectively like the White Cliffs of Dover.
Oh,
So-
beautiful.
So they're raised up on to quite high levels, and then basically where Chthon is, and then to a certain extent
You know that I
Verdansk.
lived there for 2 years, right?
So basically, all of this is cliffs. Then Verdansk is like a little gap, which I'll go to in a minute, and then it goes back to being cliffs again. And then Chthon is basically where it joins normal, but sort of land level. But basically, this entire area here is effectively raised ground. So as you leave Verdansk, you're having to travel uphill, and at some points it's a gentle slope, other parts is quite steep. But you don't necessarily have any problems going up it because there is a road system, but it does leave you a bit breathless when you get to the top. And when you get to the top, you find that you have a sort of vantage sight over the area. So directly in front of you, you see this.
Oh.
And you estimate that this is the closest
Battlefield?
aspect of the battlefield of where the army was defeated.
Is that dragon?
I have a bad feeling.
Okay, so you can straight ahead of you. You can see this, and then if I can get survival checks from each of you.
You're a ranger.
Survival's okay. Survival is okay. Unless I roll terribly, in which it will not be okay.
Oh, look at that. My first one of the day.
Oh gosh. This is great stuff. Ooh.
Yeah, I got a 10, so...
I got
Kish-
17.
Kashan got a natural 20 with his -1 modifier.
How does a Dragonborn have a
Oh my
-1 on
days.
survival?
I've been outranged.
And then Marilla got a 7 on hers. So to yourself, going a couple of miles, because you can basically see over high ground, you can see a great ship has been beached on. Has been beached onto the beach, and you can see that this would have taken severe effort because of where the cliffs are starting to go back up again. But there's this basically giant ship on the beach, and you can see pretty much all of its cargo appears to have been thrown out onto said beach. So that's to your south, and then directly in front of you heading west, is this.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't like this place, not gonna lie.
Does the ship have a dragon head in front of it?
But
Just a random question.
you can sort of see no. It's just like a general sort of like
Okay.
mast that just pokes out, and then just like a figurehead of a person. But it's very, very distinct because it's so large. But you can't really work out details of it.
So no, it's not a dragon
No.
figurehead, it's a person head.
Yeah.
I'm guessing we can't tell how weathered and such it is.
So what was that?
I'm guessing you can't tell how weathered and beaten it is then, or how old it could be.
Can I get an insight check from you, please? Or insight or survival, whichever's best for you.
Let's see what it gives me. Ooh, that is 24.
Okay. But even in this light, and bear in mind that there's this permanent sort of like black clouds overhead, so isn't really that much sunlight coming in. You can see that the ship is, I wouldn't necessarily say new. It's not like a ruined ship that's been there for ages. But you can also see that this ship, like, it still has its sails in place. Its anchor is attached to the ground, and its sails are blowing in the wind. They're down, if that makes sense, and blowing full gusts, but the ship's just not moving. But you can also see that the ship has a massive hole in one side.
Ah. And all of its carcass just out, yeah.
What are you thinking?
Realistically, we shouldn't, linger too much. We need to just keep moving because we're in this perilous hide-and-seek game. Yep, there we go. Man, I don't know. Part of me is curious about the ship.
How far is it?
About 2 miles.
Ooh.
2 miles.
Yeah.
Is it worth it then?
What about if there's more zombies in it?
That's what I was thinking. It's not worth the risk in my opinion, but I'm open to having my opinion changed.
I'm gonna go through my bag and see if I've got any stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll say fuck it, let's go.
I'm not going mad.
So,
Checking if I've got anything.
So Kshan is also going to see if he's got something, and he comes up with a 3 on his dice. So no, he doesn't.
I'm gonna take a ration
And
I'm gonna throw it
where are you going to throw it?
into the open space.
So basically, this is to your south, and then this is to your west. So which direction are you throwing it?
Well, you wanted to investigate the boat. Were you worried about zombies? Was that it?
Yeah.
Right, I'll throw it towards the boat then.
Okay, so the boat is 2 miles away. So are you guys heading towards the boat now?
I guess if someone's running ahead, yeah, it's best to stick as
Yeah,
a
I ran
group.
off and I ran off with the
Oh
ration
God,
and thrown
okay.
it towards the boat.
Okay, so so you basically just head in the general direction of the boat. There is no official path to this, so you are very much going cross country. So you basically go down the hill and then back up another hill and back down that hill until you eventually come to here. Like basically what you would expect in the vampiric wasteland, there's loads and loads of trees around, but all of them have been stripped of any sort of greenery and are just simply standing sentinel, just completely dead and greyed out.
Okay.
You can see quite clearly now that the whole in the ship is here, and various bits of cargo have basically just been flung out. Some have been taken by the tide, and others are just simply strewn across the floor. You can immediately see that one of the lifeboats has effectively just been smashed against the floor, bits of it, just lying around, and then just generically just tossed to one side. But you can also see that the hole in the ship isn't sort of like the smashed out hole that you would expect to see from, say, like an iceberg or it hitting rock. It's very much a case of the hole has been cut with something to make a sort of like squarish shape that's big enough for somebody to fit through.
Oh.
It's always worse when it's more intentional, for some reason.
Yeah, but why?
Yeah, that's
And
what I'm
then-
saying. Are there any, like, footprints or tracks of any, like, I don't know, zombies or people or anything recently?
But I won't make you roll for it, because you can actually see that there are various footprints around. Basically, where you're standing is effectively just a direct line which has been well trodden in the ground and sand to create something of a dirt path, like a very naturally occurring, lots of traffic has passed through here type path. And that basically leads directly from where you are to where the hole is. So there's footprints going forward and back into effectively where this hole is.
And is the boat here for like you can see that the boat is here for a long time from the wartime, or is it been here?
If you want to give me, what would this be? Give me a history check.
Ugh. my mighty -1.
Oh, God.
11.
Okay. The ship does seem to have a relatively new quality to it. Like the sails that are down are, well, they're grey in the fact that they're dirty and all that, but they're not like, they don't have rips in them. They're not in poor condition, and the ship does have a certain like brownness to the wood. There hasn't been any sort of like rot that's built in the same way that around with the trees. This does seem like a relatively new ship, but you can't really tell how old specifically it would be.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to know if it was like from the war or apparently it's not.
I will get Marilla to pitch in on that. Where's that site? Here we are.
I am missing a part.
And she got a 2 in that, and she's basically said that you have not leveled up enough for me to help you, adventurer.
Thanks, Maria. Really appreciate that.
Okay.
Is there any, like, I don't know what the right name is, but, like, is there, like, a flag on it, or is there, like, some symbol on it to, like, indicate that it, like, belongs to a particular faction or anything?
Yeah.
Good
So,
question.
but you can't see a flag on any of these like masts other than like the general sail, but you can sort of see, going back to where you're at the top of the hill, that in the crow's nest there was a pole for said flag to go into. So it's a question of that flag is missing.
Okay.
But you can see sort of written on the ship, like past bits of grime, etc., that the ship does have a certain like name to it, which has been embossed in sort of like some sort of metallic system, where basically says WMF, and you can basically take insight to try and work out what that is.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that, because this has got me curious.
Oh, 21.
Nice.
That's not 20.
Okay. You immediately recognise that as Waterdavian Merchant Fleet.
Water Water Davian.
Yeah.
Davian.
Which is basically the name of the fleet that works out of Waterdeep in the Forgotten Coast.
I was about to say that. What are they doing here? I mean, like, the coast is very far away from here, right?
Yes, but the Sword Coast is effectively 3 weeks travel, basically in a very straight line northeast from where you guys currently are. But it is a doable journey.
Fascinating. Well, now I'm even more curious, so I want to go in to see what the fuck happened.
Can I get your passive perceptions, please?
Oh god, that's never good.
11.
Passive. 16.
Okay. As as you're sort of like inspecting the ship from afar, suddenly something in the crow's nest moves.
Oh gosh, okay.
Uh,
Oh, is it one of those things
Yeah.
again? Okay.
Is it really how far are we right now? Where am I? I'm here. 70 feet.
I don't think we want to get too close, because I feel like those are the things that are, like, essentially eyes for whoever the hell is playing hide and seek with us, basically.
Oh, true.
Isn't that one of the things that flew off earlier?
Yes.
That we kind of followed? Yeah.
But what about if we knock it down? And doesn't have any more eyes anymore.
Oh, shit. That's a hell of a precision shot, but...
Says the ranger.
Yeah. I'm just saying, you know, it's just speculations. I can try, but I worry that it's got more HP than I can physically roll. Not to metagame.
Then Kashan then says, we're right behind you, adventurer.
Thanks, Kashan. Appreciate you, bud. So, is it looking at us, essentially?
It's basically hanging upside down from the crow's nest. And
Yeah, like a
basically you've only been able to see it because the wind has effectively blown into the sail, which has billowed it away from the creature. And you can basically just see it hanging very solitarily from the crow's nest. And then the wind stops and the sail blows back into place and conceals it.
Oh. I don't think we want to necessarily approach it, because it's either awake or asleep. If it's asleep, that's good, because we don't want it to, like, warn anything anywhere near it.
Yeah, but...
Then Kashan then says, I always value stealth over going in headfirst into combat, adventurer.
You.
Kashan, are you feeling well?
No, adventurer. My mind is not my own, adventurer.
Kashan, help, no! Okay, well, I'm advising that we shouldn't necessarily approach the ship and be very quiet and kind of just, you know, leave so it doesn't scream and then, like, an army just appears from the waters or whatever. Or within the ship, for all we know. But that's just me. You guys can go ahead. I'm just gonna shuffle my character back for you.
And then Morella then says, I can cast... what's it called? I can cast Thermosurgy, adventurer.
Please, Morella, as much as that's worked out for you in the past, let's not. Oh, God. Okay.
Now, what would you like to do?
Continue throwing jerky.
So is Totem going to throw a piece of jerky forward or anything like that? Okay. So Totem is still going to throw jerky at the ship.
And shout, zombies, are you
I'm
home?
having my bow and arrow ready.
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to make a kind of throw?
No, you can just sort of hike it.
I'm gonna,
Are you aiming it in any particular direction?
I'm hoping it hit the side of the boat and make like a thunk noise or something.
Okay. So you throw it and it lets out this little, barely audible dunk as it hits the wood.
Little zombies, are you home?
You don't hear anything for a moment, but then you hear this like really sort of like rapid slurp from inside the ship.
I think someone's home.
Rapid what?
Like tapping, which then gets louder and louder and louder, and then all of a sudden out of the hole.
What is that?
Oh.
Oh!
Rats.
Oh!
Fantastic!
That art, I love rats, but that art doesn't give me comforting vibes.
And they just sort of like just rush out of the the hole and just sort of like just leap onto onto the meat, and then all of them just sort of they're all fighting over this piece of meat, and then all of them just sort of just immediately stop, and then every single one of them just stands up on its hind legs.
Oh no!
And every single one of them suddenly just turns directly to you guys.
I found the zombies.
No amount of animal handling is going to help us.
How does it work to fight for, say, sworn up things? Is it? It's not individually, right? It's the group.
Right, so a little bit of metagaming here. A swarm of rats, or a swarm of creatures, does count as a singular unit because they're basically occupying effectively a medium space. By virtue of them being a swarm, they have certain advantages that an individual creature wouldn't have. But basically, the effectively, you doing damage to the creatures is you lessening the size of the swarm, and then once it gets to certain thresholds, then it doesn't necessarily have extra actions and stuff, but it's more, it does less damage to you than a full swarm would.
Okay, got it.
So yeah, every single one of them just just looks at you, and then the barrels that are on the beach starts sort of shaking and rumbling a bit.
Fire, 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 fire!
God.
And
Suddenly
then
I'm actually considering that thaumaturgy now.
I don't think that helpful.
so with me.
Wizard, do something!
And so,
Alright.
so this barrel here gets knocked over, and a swarm of rats comes out of that. This barrel here, the lid just pops open, and a swarm of bats comes out of it.
Oh god, okay. It's getting really Halloweeny right now.
This one is rats. This one is rats.
Lots of rats, basically.
This one is bats. This one is bats again, and this one is rats. Not to mention this thing has woken up.
Ah. Okay.
We're actually
So-
fighting this time or running?
We're either running or I don't know, to pretend to be the Rat King or something. Oh god. The bats
Is
are
it-
going to be a problem if we run, because they can probably catch up to us easily.
So Kashan just sort of like pushes Totem aside, steps forward, and he's like, "Don't worry, adventurers. I have advantage in animal handling." with a -1 modifier.
Uh,
And so, with his 13 score, he raises up his hands and says to the rat, "Rats, I am your king."
And what do the rats
Quick,
do?
squeak.
Is there any way I can help this be more convincing somehow?
I can cast Thermosurgy, adventurer.
Oh, damn it, though. Actually, how does thaumaturgy work again?
Right, so it does one of several things. It can make his voice 3 times louder than normal for a minute. Can cause flames to flicker, dim, or get brighter. Can cause tremors in the ground. Can make a sound appear, or can cause doors to fly open and shut, or it can change the color of people's eyes for a full minute.
We can try. We can try something else if you guys. We can try to elude them to go elsewhere, so we can go away. But I need some help. Like if I can cast silent image to make something like I need an image or an object, that a creature that moves basically. But I need some noise because this is just visual effects. So if I do this, I guess Mariella or Tordrum gotta do some noise for me, magic noise. How does it sound?
I was gonna say, the thaumaturgy, I don't like the idea of, like, increasing the sound by, like, loads.
Would that not
I
wake
mean-
up more things, possibly?
What you in mind?
Could I use Dimension Door and, like, drop the rats in the sea?
Right, so that would work for 2. Where the idea of Dimension Door is that you
yeah,
would
no, I
cut.
just
You
read
would
it. I just wondered, would you count a swarm as 1 or 2?
yes, so it count as 1, but usually the point of Dimension Door is that it's a door that you are going to go through,
Yeah.
as opposed to a door that you just simply open, like Doctor Strange's portal or something like that.
Okay.
Uh,
I was
but-
just going to Dimension Door some bats into
Well,
the
but-
sea or something.
Well, let me just double check.
Or some rats into the sea.
Well, you can, you can basically grab hold, basically allow the rat swarm to swarm you, as it were, and
I don't
then
want to die.
and then
Process.
cast Dimension Door on yourself, and take them with you. But it does specify there needs to be a willing creature, but I'm willing to overlook that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to be rat bait. Just throw them in the sea because they'll probably swim back to the swim back anyway. I was more thinking if they decided to jump at Kashan, I could throw a Dimension Door in front of Kashan so they jump through the door and fall in the sea somewhere.
You do have Wall of Fire.
Yeah, I know, but I think I can only cast that once.
Ooh, idea,
Oh dear.
idea. I can hypnotize, trying to hypnotize everybody. Yeah. With hypnotic pattern. So basically, if they fell in a trap, so they basically just need to look at it. Every single creature just cannot move because they're charmed. They're incapacitated, and the speed is down to 0. But we don't need to attack them, or to shake them or touch them. Basically, that could work.
Yeah.
Would that also affect you guys?
No, just do it like here.
Yep, sure. So you can definitely try that if you want.
That might be our best bet, rather than create more commotion, just killing it and making it quiet is probably our best bet so we have a chance to run. But that's just me.
It's more a question of is Barrowcast willing to sacrifice one of his pack slots?
I'll do it.
Okay. So, what does this look like whenever you cast it?
Well, it says it's a twinkling pattern of colors that waves through the air inside a cube of 30 feet.
Yeah, I know, but my point is, but what does your pattern look like?
Okay. Twisty colors, like literally trippy colors. It blinks in the air, and then it just disappear. Like mandala, the twisty thingies from the mandalas thingy. I don't know
Yeah.
how to explain it. I got it in my head, but I can't really
No, I think I know what you mean.
pull
It's
it.
like those things you get in the colouring books.
Yes,
Yeah. um,
on lines.
make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving 19.
Yeah, the bats and the mice definitively failed that, and then the giant creature needs to pass 19. Did you say?
19.
Yeah. So the bats and the rats all failed this, so they're now all like they were all looking at you. The bats had like sort of geysered out into the air, and then all of a sudden they just sort of stop and just stand there, just flapping frantically, just looking at these pictures. The giant creature on the ship, however, that passed literally on 19.
Oh.
Ah, fucker. It's fine. We can take it down. So basically, the spell ends if I lose my concentration, or if they get damaged, or someone else shakes them to take them out from the stupor. So I guess we're safe, unless the DM trying to do something.
Yeah, I will step forward just to be a bit of a meat shield, worst comes to worst.
I
That
also
might be
shall be a meat shield adventurer.
Thank you, Kashan.
You can climb into my beard, adventurer.
I forgot that was a thing. Oh, gosh.
Okay, so that was Barracas's pre-combat move. Does anybody else want to do anything?
I'm torn between preparing Dimension Door in case they do leap, sort of throwing them through, or getting ready to cast Wall of Fire. So I don't actually know how many times I can cast that spell. I think I'm limited to 2.
Can we use it as an escape route?
I could only put one person through.
But what do you call it? Onyx also has that spell. So technically, you could climb into Kashan's beard, and then take Kashan and someone else with you, and then Onyx would be able to do the other one.
Yeah.
So,
Was necessary dimension door stuff?
yeah.
That's a shout.
Okay. So what was the spell again?
Wall of Fire 3 times, I think.
Twice. Well, you can do it 3 times at 4th level and twice at 5th level.
Yeah.
So 5 times, technically.
Yeah. I'm just going by lowest at the moment.
Yeah.
Gotta say some high levels for those bad guys, you know?
Mm-hmm.
That are not rats. You know, because there's gotta be something worse than rats running around.
Don't know what you mean.
Matt, I know you. Unfortunately, you live with me. There's not much our daughter doesn't tell me. Or my mum.
Yeah. Okay, so are you going to do anything, or are you just going to prepare to cast spells?
I'm going to prepare to cast Wall of Fire.
Okay. And so Onyx, is there anything you'd like to do pre-combat?
I'm assuming Onyx ran forward for a reason. On the map.
It was just to be a temporary meat shield, or if you guys wanted me to try and shoot at this dude, or at least, like, cripple one of its wings so it can't fly off, essentially.
Okay.
It's
We
up
like
to you as
that.
to what you want to do.
Pardon?
It's up to you as to what you want to do. It's your
Yeah.
pre-combat round.
Do it.
So
Yeah.
Kashan's attempt at being Rakin failed abysmally.
Yes.
Sadly.
Has managed to try them.
Yes, he's.
Did you not have one of those special arrows with There were like, how do you say it?
Eh.
Yeah, those ones.
I have special arrows. Hang on.
Do you?
I don't know. Hang on. I have arrows. I have bodkin arrows. I have silver arrows.
You should have poison arrows. I gave you those poison arrows.
Yes.
Did I not put that in my inventory?
Well, then it's not necessarily something that you equip. It's you basically have arrows that are poisoned, and they do 2d8 damage.
Yeah, I don't think that creature is vulnerable to poison anyway.
Possibly silver, though. I don't know how it works in this world, but possibly. So
Is it a vampire though? Can we classify as a vampire?
I don't know.
Shoot it down. Try it.
Yeah, I'll use a silver arrow
Alright.
as a test, so I know for future use anyway. Hopefully. And I'm gonna try and aim for a wing to like make sure it can't fly off essentially.
Sure.
I'm guessing I'm rolling to hit, right?
Yep, rolled hit.
Okay. Plus.
Oh, can Mariella cast like bless or wherever that was
I was
to?
literally about to think that. Yeah, so she'll cast bless at first level. So that will cover basically you three. So Onyx, Barracas, and Torden.
Cool.
Okay. Thank you, Mariella.
You're welcome,
Sure.
adventurer. And then she just suddenly grabs you by the collar of your coat and says, Barracas, please save me. The NPCs are... She's still screaming, but we control her voice now.
Oh my god! Oh my god! We need to go, guys. We need to save Marilla. Okay, that's a 23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh my god, okay, thank god. Where is... I'm looking at every wrong tab. Okay. There's that. Plus... 3. Oh, that's measly. That's 5 damage. Oh, that's not including the dragon wing stuff, though.
Yeah, so it's normal damage of the arrow plus the d6 of the bow.
That will be an extra 4 then from the bow.
Okay. So as the arrow just like soars through and just it catches it, so not necessarily in its wing but in its shoulder, or what would equate for a shoulder, and but where the arrow just sort of sinks in, you can see that this has caused some sort of fire effect in this creature.
So
No,
it does work.
because it's burning through it and it lets out this not necessarily, it's not like a piercing shriek because it doesn't seem that this creature is capable of reaching a high pitch, but it lets out this like quite lengthy like almost scream noise, and you can, as you've basically just worked out, done extra damage to it.
I guess we found the weakness point.
Oh, I'm so glad I tested that. Worth it.
So it's 5 damage from the bow.
Yep.
And then how much from the
Or
from the dragonfire?
It was an additional 4 from the bow, like the dragonfire stuff. Yeah.
Okay, and as the arrow just like it's moving into this creature, like it hits it and it carries on going in. If that makes sense.
Oh my god.
So it's almost like it's having this drilling effect almost, and the creature
Jesus Christ,
starts.
kid, what the fuck? What the fuck do you have?
And the creature starts flailing around, like trying to rip this arrow out of its shoulder. This thing doesn't have hands. Oh, hasten to add. So the only thing they can do is use its mouth, and it can't reach. Its mouth is just too big, and eventually this causes so much sort of shock to it. It lets go of the mast.
And it flops on the floor.
This is where I need to work out how tall the mast is. Mast on a ship. Okay, 50 feet. So,
Oh. That's a long one.
So 15, 19, 26. Okay, so but as this creature basically falls, like you see it just sort of flying around, and then it just suddenly drops, and so it just goes straight down, and then it appears to hit something not particularly sturdy in the ship, because all of a sudden you just see wood just crashing upwards, and the creature just immediately disappears from sight, and you can basically just hear from inside the ship it's impacting against something lower in the ship's decking.
I think she killed it.
Ooh,
Jesus.
yes.
Round of applause.
Thank you. That's what I'm here for. Oh, okay. But hopefully there's one less problem to worry about. Do we
And now we
want
go
to-
inside.
I was gonna say, how does the hypnotism thing work again? We can't touch them essentially, right?
You can deal the damage. And you basically the charm will finish once 10 minutes, or lose concentration, or they get damaged, or someone shoot them off. Actually shake them.
Okay. So basically, no touch, speedrun, survey the ship, leave. Plan?
Basically. Sorted. I'll think I'll stay outside to keep my concentration up, and you guys go ahead.
You keep thinking.
You keep thinking. I'll keep thinking.
I'll slowly, well not slowly, hurriedly, I guess, approach and not nudge the homies, hopefully.
Can Sham go with her?
Yeah, sure. So let me just.
Sham, do not touch anything.
No, touchy.
Marilla will also go. Totem, are you going to go as well?
No, I'm not going near the rats. I'm
Okay.
going to prepare my spell so that keep my spell ready, so if they need it, I can help provide cover.
Sure. Okay, so the party is now split, and nothing bad ever happened with the split party. Okay, so
Luckily, no one of us is black.
so you guys basically approach this hole in the ship, and the swarm of rats is literally in front of this hole. And it's basically just all of the rats are just on their back paws, just staring up at this hypnotic swirling in the sky. But it takes a little bit of doing, but you do manage to sort of shimmy past this sort of pack of rats, and you push through this hole, and you find yourself in the bottom deck of the ship. And you can immediately see this place is immediately crowded, and with containers, barrels, pretty much anything you can think of. The bit that you were in, you can tell had cargo in it, but that seems to be the cargo which was removed through this hole and has been strewn across the beach.
Okay. Are there remnants of what the cargo was, like scraps or whatever it is.
I will allow you to do investigation check on one of them if you want.
Yeah.
Well, I won't
That's
allow
good.
you. You can do it if you want to, but
Thanks.
I will help, adventurer, says Kashan.
Investigation. How investigative am I? Terribly. That's an 8.
Okay, so you go over to the nearest barrel and you try to sort of prise it open, but you just simply can't open it. Kashan then just comes over to said same barrel and just really effortlessly just sort of flicks off the lid.
Bro.
Yeah, and there's very sort of like pungent smell of yeasty product just sort of like wafts out from you. And do you get the impression that at least this like pile of barrels is some sort of like ale or mead?
Okay. Cool. Okay. Is there like any more like branding like or anything on like the containers or anything just to be like where it came from, or is it the same as the ship?
Okay, so so you look at these barrels and they basically just have the WMF sort of like branding on the barrels, basically saying that these barrels are the property of the Walterdanian merchant fleet. But there's no indication as to where these are going or anything like that, and so you get the impression that this is deliberate and that somewhere in this ship that there is probably an officer who is responsible for figuring that out, like has like a manifest on them, and the information will be on that rather than on the product themselves.
Okay. Well,
However,
I need.
I'll let you do perception if you want.
Yeah, that's alright. Okay. Perception. 17.
Okay, so you can see that there's a group of containers which are all specifically covered, and on these coverings and are basically written the words in Elvish. I don't know if you can speak Elvish.
I can, apparently.
Yeah, so on these is effectively do not touch property of House von Drac.
Property of House von Drac. I can't spell it, but I get the gist. There we go. Future me will understand, probably. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear. This is not good. Okay.
Okay, so Michele, how long does your hypnotic thing last for?
Oh shit.
Oh dear.
Big shit.
Too long?
Oh shit.
Have I taken too long
Oh
already?
shit.
Oh no! I'm fine. We'll run.
I'm not. Well, it's concentration up to a minute. I misread it because if it was up to 10 minutes. The fuck?
Right, I will allow you to do an Arcana check to see if you can boost the duration of this.
You don't have to. It's okay. I can leave. I can run with the homies.
I mean, I guess once we're all inside of it, they just will they disappear, and then we know they're actually there. We can take another way. Right? Would it work? Do you know what I mean?
No, what do you think?
I'm outside the cabin spell, so.
Yeah, you're outside with
Down.
Kelly, and he's basically asking, would it be worth just going into the ship and barricading yourselves in?
Okay.
They'll gnaw their way through Ratsville anyway, because they're rats, they can fit through any
For some
gap.
reason I thought Kashan was outside of me.
No, he's gone in with,
Yeah, no, for some reason I thought Kashan and Mikhail were.
So are you two going through the hole to join?
Yeah, why not?
Why? He said that one will just get eaten
Yeah,
alive
so
by
first.
rats.
I think we should do the whole first.
Okay.
Let's see, I can dimension door us away. Well, one person. Unless
I can teleport myself.
Oh,
I can
nice.
actually
So you've got
take
one
another
person
one
to
with
myself.
me.
Oh, that's good. How far can I go? I need to actually learn how far
It's
I can
like
actually take
500
myself.
feet or something, I was just looking.
Yeah, so, but you do have like an immediate escape route if you do decide to use it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can take someone with me, but I have to be on open air, on open ground.
Yeah, so you basically need to get up to like the top deck.
I can catapult
Yes.
him onto the top deck and then you can teleport in midair.
Yeah, but I can't take Kashan because he's heavy.
I can do Dimension Door as well.
Yeah, and then Donis can do Dimension Door with Marilla as well.
Cool. All
I'll
right.
take Marina.
Okay. So Kashan then says, "But do not worry, adventurer. I have a +5 strength modifier, and I will block the door."
That's a good start, but they will crawl, so we still need to get moving, I think. So block the door if possible, Kashan, please.
Okay. So he basically just goes over to here, and is basically just going to try and rip the door off its hinges.
Oh.
Which he successfully does with the 22.
Of course.
And basically just carries the door over and just sets it against the wall, and then moves some of the ale-filled barrels against this as a form of barricade. There is a gap at the top, though.
Yeah, okay.
How big is the gap?
Not particularly big, but as Onyx said, rats will be able to fit through anything.
Yeah, and the bats are going to be swarming the top deck.
Is there any way that we can, like, reach the gap?
Yeah, definitely. You could basically spend like the next 5 minutes or so just piling up boxes and crates to effectively just fill up the whole thing. But it's a question of, do you want to spend that time doing that, or do you want to simply move on? And
I think we should move on and just get ready to escape. I want to check on Big Bad Boy to make sure he's dead or dying at least. And then we can make our merry way, unless we find something of really important, like, value.
okay, so Kashan then says, "I saw weapons in this room, adventurer."
Oh, weapons!
Okay. You guys have fun with finding the weapons. I'm gonna go up to try and find Bad Boy if possible.
I shall
know shouldn't
accompany
split
you,
the party,
adventurer.
but- Which adventurer is accompanying this adventurer? Hang on.
I think that's Kashan.
Okay.
So who's going with who?
So Marilla is going with Onyx. Kashan will basically just stand there and just hold the door in place, and Torton will do
Okay.
that today.
I guess I will go help get weapons.
Okay.
Hopefully there's something silver.
Okay, so you go into this area, and it's very much, given that it's at the bottom of the ship, there's very little actual floor space, because the walls are very much curving upwards. But you can basically see that in here, quite haphazardly placed, are several weapons racks, and then barrels that have weapons in them. These are a combination of axes, long billhook pikes, and swords.
Any silver.
How can I evaluate them?
Let's go find the bat thing and I'm just gonna pick up a handful of them.
Okay, we can come back here after, I guess.
Okay. One thing that I will say, Michaeli, though, one of the racks is a very well kept box, but roughly about the size of a computer keyboard.
I'll
should
just. Can I quickly ruffle through through everything to see if I find anything more than what you just told me? I mean,
Yes, sir.
I grab what was the box. I
Alright,
grab the
so
box.
yeah, so the box is locked, as a log box would be. But
Yeah,
in
I just.
the weapons are all basically organized depending on what they are. So one barrel has axes, one barrel has two-handed axes, another barrel has billhook pikes, another barrel has basically like a crossbow with uh, bolts in it. Another one has a series of bows that then again have arrows in them. And then on the racks are various swords: short swords, long swords, great
Okay.
swords,
Um,
scimitars, that sort of thing.
Can I check
are
the
the arrows very standard?
Yeah.
Can I
mean-
grab a couple of them? A few of them, like however I can carry.
Sure. If you want to give me a sleight of hand.
Beautiful. Mm,
Well, I was going to say, do we recognise any of the arrowheads looking like the one that Onyx just used to ID as silver?
Yeah, you've established what silver is. These aren't that. They are a form of metal which you're not particularly familiar with, but they're definitely not silver.
I'll take some if we're not familiar with them.
Okay.
You never know.
I've done a 10, by the way.
So what did you get?
A 10.
Okay, so you get one, like, juggling various packets of bolts and stuff. So are you taking the crossbow bolts or the arrows?
The arrows.
Okay, so you get a single quiver of 20 arrows.
Okay.
To give some to Onyx.
I'll get the
Yeah,
box
so
as well,
you
and
can try as
I'll
well.
try to follow the others.
Okay. So if you basically just want to put lockbox from ship into your inventory.
hmm
You want to
I'll
just
keep
set
the
that?
arrows in my hand so I can give in to Onyx.
Sure.
Thanks,
It's not my
guys. I
idea,
really
though.
appreciate it.
I'm going to sit and have a sock because I wanted to give Onyx arrows.
No, I'm sorry. Everyone loves me. I'm loving
I
it.
wanted to give them to Onyx.
She's my friend, not
Be
yours.
my friend. I'm going to go try and take out the biggest great axe I can
This is the
find
kind of
out
bouquet I
from.
need. A bouquet of arrows.
Are you
But
spell
they're
sheep?
different arrows.
Double
We
E?
don't
No, double E?
recognise the
Double E?
metal. They're not made out of normal stuff. I'm going to pull out the biggest axe I can find.
Sure. So you just like
And I'm going to drag it to Kashawn.
okay. So you basically just give him a battle axe.
And then I'm going to get another one and stick it in the door.
Okay.
So he doesn't have to stand on the door. Prop up with a battle axe.
Okay. So battle axe to beard of holding. You just like go up and like and just throw the battle axe into his beard.
Hold my axe.
Okay. There is something I've just realised with this stair layout. This map is taken directly from a D&D book, but the stairways don't make any sense. So basically, Onyx, from where you are, you're basically going up a flight of stairs, which should technically lead to here. But
Yeah.
the way the stairs are working but isn't that. But also, these stairs should technically lead to this. So I've just realised that. So
Oh well. We've gone
All
one
good.
way.
We love it.
okay. So Onyx and Morella, you head upstairs, and you can immediately see the bat creature has fallen through this sort of like grating thing, and seems to have gotten tangled up in something on its way down, and judging from like the rips in what was effectively the ceiling for you, you gather that the grating had some sort of like leather sort of hammock underneath it, and probably designed to catch rain, that sort of thing, and it's gotten tangled up in that. So it's basically just flailing around on the ground, tangled up in this leather thing. Now, it's not yet aware of you at the moment.
Okay.
Sneak behind it and just slit its scrubs.
I have a spear, adventurer.
That
But what about you,
actually
miss
might
it?
be a lot better to keep our distance. Is that how it works? The spear's a bit longer range?
But
It's a spear or javelin?
it's a spear. But weirdly, it is still just 5 feet. But I generally tend to say anything that is the polearm variety, and that's a quarterstaff, a halberd, a glaive, a spear, a pike, should have an extra range. So, for the purposes of this, I will say it does have a 10-foot range.
Okay, thank you. Then yeah. How strong's
Oh.
Marilla?
You should take a little bit closer.
I have a +2 strength modifier, adventurer.
Why is Marilla stronger than me? Why is Marilla stronger than me?
She's also
What?
a paladin.
Oh yeah.
I also carried 14 different types of chainmail, adventurer.
What? Okay, I need to get into this whole workout routine you're doing. But Marilla, you're stronger than me, so can you poke aggressively, put out all of that anger onto this dude for me, please?
I don't have anger, adventurer. I am a cleric.
I swear you liked murder, though.
Well, let's say only divine strength.
Yeah, just get all of that anger that's hidden somewhere and just wham on it.
I missed, adventurer.
No, you did not, Marilla. No.
Bless yourself.
Bless yourself. Okay.
She actually missed.
Yeah, she got 3.
For fuck's sake.
Okay, fine. I
Oh,
will.
shoot.
I've got my
Wait,
dagger.
don't they have blitzed?
She blessed you 3.
Okay.
Right,
No,
okay.
no,
I'll
the
get
rest
my
of
hands
that,
dirty.
I can use a hero point, adventurer.
Oh, yeah.
How many hero points does Marilla have, though?
It's a question.
5?
It's more a question of did she keep up with how many she has, and by the looks of it,
I think
no,
she kept a lot
she
of it on
didn't.
paper.
It's,
She kept a lot of her notes like that on paper.
yeah, because according to this, she had 6, but I remember her having more than that. So I'll just say 6 for now, and she'll.
I think initially she put
reroll.
her initial numbers in and then she's done the rest on paper.
I got 23, adventurer.
That's
Oh.
better.
Much better. Thank you, Marilla.
Okay, so she will do a 2-handed thrust, as it were, for 6 damage, and that. So she just stabs it through the leather. Like basically, she estimates, and that's why she missed, and then thunk. But through the leather, and you just hear this.
Some goat.
It's very much this. It screams, and then its scream just loses power, and it just like, warbles out, and then just suddenly goes on the floor. She pulls it out, and it's this black ichor is just on the leaf of the spear, as it were.
Yeah.
Very, very sticky, like very oil-like mixture.
Eat it.
Marilla, wipe that against like one of the
Consider
barrels
that.
or boxes.
Can we set it on fire and see if it burns?
Hmm?
Can we set it on fire and see if it really burns?
When there's meat and stuff around us, I don't know if that's necessarily a good idea.
I am a Dragonborn adventurer. I always value fire.
But this is actually a good idea to set everything on fire so that everything just dies.
Not
And we
when
can-
we're in it. I
When
value
we
my
are
life.
outside, of course, we just set everything on fire and then we leave.
Could you command the rats to walk into the fire so they burn to death?
I'm not sure anybody has a spell like that, actually.
I can try and do an animal
I thought
handling.
he had hypnotised them, so I didn't know if he could control them.
Yeah, it's more like he's distracted them with pretty lights as opposed to taking control of them. But does anybody actually have like a dominate creature
Uh,
spell or anything like that?
no, I have the whole person, but nothing aggro. AoE.
As a ranger, I do not.
We could lure them up the stairs, and then I can cast my Dragon's Breath on them, Adventurer.
Might be a good idea.
I also have Necklace of Fireballs, Adventurer.
Oh god. Yeah, let's not get too crazy with the fireballs just yet. I mean, is there a barrel of mead right next to me?
Right, so you go through... can I get an investigation check from you as you check the barrels?
Investigation. 17.
Okay, so these are more crates than barrels, which are up here. And you basically just go over to one that the creature basically just fell onto. And you can see in that it seems to be more physical goods, things like silks, ironing goods, like tradable commodities as opposed to anything else. The mead appears to be on the bottom deck.
Darn. Okay. Well, there goes my plan. Where are we trying to lure them from? Because ideally we'd want to get them from the bottom to follow us up, so rather than us getting, like, trapped.
Yeah, so basically, as I said, these stairs somehow link to this. But basically, if you went up these stairs, you would end up on like the main deck, which is exposed to the air. I mean, technically, you're exposed to the air now because this pier now no longer exists. So there is a big hole in the ceiling. But in order to go out onto deck, as it were, you would need to go upstairs.
Okay.
You're also noticing that there are a number of rooms in this area.
Yeah. Well, are the crates and barrels highly flammable? No.
The one's downstairs, huh?
The one downstairs are.
Yeah, downstairs
Well,
appears to be
yeah.
more mead products and the property of this Van Drag.
Yeah, but we can't set meat on fire.
Why?
Because it's mead!
No,
yeah,
no,
but it's
'cause-
for one drac.
but it's not flammable.
Isn't
How
it?
do we know
It's not
flammable?
liquor. It's liquid.
Yeah, mead is technically a more honey-based stuff, but I'll say for the sake of simplicity, because it has elements of alcohol, it is flammable, just less flammable than, say, like, I don't know, tequila or something like
It's
that.
expired.
Mm.
Okay.
But I'll say for argument's sake, it is flammable, just not as flammable as other alcohols could be.
So it might take a little bit longer to actually set on fire.
Which would work well for us, adventurer, says Kashan.
Well, setting downstairs on fire, that's easy. We just need to roll some barrels downstairs. Just let them roll from the staircase.
There aren't any meat ones up here, I thought.
As you
So
are
technically-
discussing this, you hear the squeak, squeak, squeak of bats like congregating, sort of like in this on this deck. And as you're discussing this, a singular bat comes in through the hole, flies around on your level, and then flies back out the hole again.
It's now or never, lads. Are we setting this ship on fire or what?
Yes, we are.
Yeah. Burn
Sorry.
Ah.
Yes, we are.
Let's burn it down.
Okay. Okay. How are we
See if
gonna
I
do
have a
this?
fire
Do we
cover.
just...
If you don't, I'll be very surprised.
Surprisingly, I have acid, chill, firebolt. There you go.
Oh yeah, we got firebolts.
Yeah, I have a cantrip firebolt, so it won't cost me a spell to burn this place down.
That's cool.
yeah, that's great, honestly.
So shall I burn it down?
Yes,
Do it.
adventurer.
Yeah. From the bottom. Go, just pee it down the stairs so
Right,
then
I've
we
got
don't get
28
necessarily
Down the
magic.
stairs.
to hit.
Yep. Put these these are just inanimate objects, so a 10 would have done it. So put.
Well, I got
So,
28 to hit.
yeah, so you get multiple barrels in this blast. Just poke your head downstairs and whoop. And so, as McKay said, like it's not particularly flammable, but it does. But the barrels do immediately burst into flames, and as the barrels lose their integrity, mead starts spilling out onto the floor, and then that starts igniting as well.
Okay. Right, let's leave.
Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to Marila's so I can get ready to dimension door us both. And just hold their wrist and just take them upstairs.
Okay.
Verdansk can teleport himself out, can't he? Because it's like
Yeah,
open.
yeah, it's all good.
Okay.
Come, Kashan.
Before we actually leave, I want to see the captain cabin.
I'm
Like,
just setting the
very
place
quick.
on fire!
There might be logs and stuff in there. That's a shout.
Seriously, I just set the place on fire.
Well,
It's fine. It's gonna take a little bit.
It'll be a grab and go, right?
Literally grab and go.
Okay, so as you sort of emerge and you guys all you suddenly decide this, the bats around you just immediately descend down upon your position. They're not necessarily attacking you; they're more just swarming around you. And I won't do it here, seeing as you're not planning on staying. But basically, your vision is dropped down to 20 feet, and so you're moving at half speed.
I'm dimension dooring out people.
Fun.
Basically Batman.
Me and Kashan are gone.
Okay, so you two disappear, and we'll work out where you went in a little while.
Outside the ship.
Yep.
Oh god.
Okay, so where these poles are is effectively where the sails are. So the first
Okay.
thing that you can see is the sails are going up, and you can see the flag of Waterdeep is lying strewn on the floor. But from what you're able to tell, there's a door here, and a door here, and then stairs which go up to higher decks. But I will allow you to do perception checks before the bats turned up.
Thank
Oh.
you.
As soon as the bat storms on us, I'll try to close myself on one of those, what I think is the captain cabin.
Sure. What did you get on your perception?
Perception. Sure. Oh no. I use a hero
Oh
point.
my god.
I use a hero point.
Oh my god. No. Oh no.
It's a shame that there isn't a ranger in their favourite terrain who can do this as well.
I mean, I can. I'm more than happy to. Which room were you going in? And I'll go in the other one.
But this is more just like a general. You're taking in the ship before the bats turn up.
Oh. Then yeah, I'll have a look.
Unfortunately, Morella wasn't much help with an 11.
Ooh, I got a good
Get
roll.
down.
Where's my perception when I need it? There we go. 25.
Okay. You can see attached, what seems to be holding the steering wheel, is effectively a dead body.
Oh.
Okay, so
Oh.
Barakas, you wanted to check the captain's cabin.
Well, yes, but if the bats are coming, I guess I have to wait.
And the bats are basically just obscuring you and just messing with your ability to sort of function normally. So you're basically just moving at half speed, and you can only see 20 feet in front of you.
Yeah, that's a very fuck thing for me, because I have to see to teleport myself. So my hope was, yes, I'm gonna go inside one of those cabin and close myself and hoping there's might gonna be a fucking window or a hole that I can pack through.
Yep. So yeah, this is effectively the captain's cabin. very, very like ostentatiously embossed on the door with a crown.
Cool. I'll shove myself in.
Okay. You just shut yourself in. Mariela comes over. You slam the door in her face, and she's like banging on the door. Let me in, let me in, and you just barricade yourself in.
Marilla, it's
Not a
okay,
door.
we'll be fine.
Okay. But you are in luck. There is effectively. It's not a window. It's more just like a porthole, and it's basically just got like this little wooden shutter on it, like this little door, and you can basically open that, and you can see effectively to the south. I don't know if the direction you can see affects what direction you can go in.
Well, fuck. So it's 300 feet away. Anywhere and 300 feet.
Mm-hmm. If it says anywhere, then yeah, you can go in any direction as long as you can see the open air, which you can do through this hole.
Okay. Before I do, what do the girls do?
Yes, what do you two do? As Mariela nurses her broken nose, there's blood streaming out of her face.
Oh god, Marilla, Jesus. I'm gonna check out the dead body, and see if he has, like, any notes or any, like, you deserve this text or whatever the hell is around him, basically.
Okay, so you basically go, and Mariela basically just follows.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm gonna hold onto Marilla's, like, free wrist, essentially, just so then when I need to the dimension door, I've got Marilla with me.
Okay, right. So the first thing, it takes you longer than it would to go up the stairs and see to see this body. You're also detecting that smoke is rising up the ship as well. But immediately you can see that this is most likely the captain.
I am the captain now.
Like, he's wearing the captain's hat in an official uniform. This uniform has been picked clean. Yeah, very much destroyed beyond any sort of recognition other than the fact that you can't recognise it as a uniform. And
What
but
about the hat?
his flesh has been picked clean by various animals as well. But you can see, curiously, he appears to have chained himself to the wheel and is holding a holy symbol in one hand. And it's all tied to a finger is a key as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me make note quickly. Captain chained.
And then you can also see in what would effectively be his breast pocket, which has also been torn and stuff, is effectively a pen, which looks to be like quite an expensive thing, although it's filthy. And then it's all wedged into like one of the holes of the wheel, because it's like it's not like a solid thing, it's very much in a sort of like grid, as it were. Wedged into the wheel appears to be a book.
Okay, I'm gonna literally grab. I'm gonna grab the book, the pen, the holy symbol, and the key. And if the hat is in one piece, I'm taking the hat.
Okay.
Let's go.
I need that hat. Okay, I want to be captain. Just because bats are flying around me doesn't mean I can't be a fashionista in these trying times. Okay.
That's perfect. I will give you a hero point for that.
Yes, thank you. Oh.
So yeah,
I'm expecting like a whole flourish of the hat when she comes out the dimension door.
and a rat just falls out of it onto your head.
Oh, that's fine. That's fine. It's worth it.
Wait, does that mean if she took the rat, she can't take Marilla? Like, I'm feeling like the whole Zorro thing, her carrying Marilla through, like, you're not here with the fancy hat. Swirling Marilla around. Big flourish of the hat.
Okay, so yeah, if you want to add captain's hat, put the key, the captain's logbook, and then as an actual inventory item, you can then add holy symbol.
Add
Sorry, yeah, holy symbol under gear.
Okay.
Got that. Okay, and then to my notes.
Now she's gone to check on Screaming Out Dab.
Okay, did I also get the key, by the way?
Yes.
I got a hat, guys.
Honestly, expecting this like massive entrance.
Oh my god, yes. I have a cape, I have a fancy hat. I'm getting really good at this old fashioned look, huh?
There was a bug, but I dealt with the bug. Now she wants to come downstairs. Okay, so yeah, if you want to add all of those to your inventory,
I shall. I've got a note of it on my phone, so I'll add that in just a second.
and in the Discord is the book itself.
Oh, there's actually a. Ooh. I'm gonna have a look.
God, when you need it. There it is.
And then Marilla then says, "We should take the time to read this adventure right
Not
now."
now, Marilla. We need to leave.
It's burning down and you're
I'm gonna-
surrounded by bats.
I'm gonna shout to Barracus if they're still on the ship, and or just to anyone that is on the ship at that time, because I don't necessarily know with the bats. I'm just gonna say we are going.
Just go,
and
and
then-
a bat just flies into your mouth.
I'm definitely leaving now with Marilla.
Yeah, go. Yeah, I don't know if I heard you, but yeah, go.
Oh god.
Okay, so
I'm gonna
Barracus, you are in the captain's cabin. Is there anything further you want to do in here?
I would like to search the entire cabin.
Okay, so you put. Can I get an investigation check from you, please?
Eesh.
I swear, if we have to go in and save you,
Nah. I've got great plans in my mind. Thank you. It's fine.
If
Can
if your friend has endangered the party due to loot loss, you may be entitled to compensation.
Thanks, Blair Frank.
Wow. Thanks for the trust. Yeah. Okay. What was I about to say? Oh, can I use my inspiration to get 20 basically?
Yeah, if you want.
Yes.
Okay, so the first thing that you find is the manifest in regards to the cargo that you have set fire to.
Mm-hmm.
But you just sort of like open it up. You don't necessarily read it, but you can see that but the first sort of like bulk of the book is written in one hand, and then the sort of like last 5 or so pages that have anything in them were written in somebody else's hand.
Okay.
Oh. Damn.
So you find that, and then as smoke starts building up onto the floor, you you sort of get a little bit more frantic. But so you get a sense you may have potentially missed something. But underneath the captain's bed is an identical logbox to what you found downstairs.
Take that too.
And then under the pillow is a dagger, a very ornate and sort of gold hilted with rose leather, but like very, very beautiful dagger underneath the pillow.
That goes in my pocket.
So if you want to add a +3 dagger to your inventory.
Oh, boy.
Hmm.
Right. I'll put it like that. Okay. My next question. This is why I found throughout the cabin, right?
Yeah.
My next question is for the DM. Does Spartacus think he's got enough time to enough time? I mean, like 10 minutes.
I'll do a survival check. See if that's something that Barracus would be able to determine.
Survival, right? For fuck's sake, what the fuck is going on for today? That's a 10.
Right. I will allow you to roll a normal dice to just make sure the D&D Beyond
Right,
doesn't cast for you.
Let me write this. Okay, can I roll? Can I roll a beyond? I think beyond is. I think beyond is beyond. Survival, right? Let's go. Come on. Okay, 19. I take that.
Okay. You get the feeling that you have put more time than the others would, mainly because you have a resistance to fire. But the bats may be another problem, but because, as you say, they are blocking your escape attempt. But basically, as long as this room is intact and you can get back to this room, you feel that you're safe.
Okay. Do I have a view on the shore, like on actual terrain? Is enough to be on the sea?
Yeah. So the hole is here. Here, basically just above the where
Above
the
the
captain would lie down. The idea being that he can basically sit up on the bed and open the little window.
Is it 60 feet? Because I'm about to change my plan.
How do you mean? Is it 60 feet?
60. Sorry, that was an incomplete sentence. 60 feet from the window until the floor, like the drop.
Let me find out.
Even if it's like 10 feet high,
Yep.
it's 3 floors.
You can see the shore underneath. It's on the tool, so it's approaching that boundary. But you can estimate that you can basically do your teleport. You might have a little bit of a drop, but it's very survivable.
Perfect. So, I'm gonna spend my 10 minutes and I'm gonna cast a spell.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast. What's the name? Because it's gonna be epic. Hallucinatory terrain.
Okay.
It will take me 10 minutes to cast it.
Yep.
So basically, what I'm gonna do is to transform the actual ship that is on fire.
Yep.
I'm gonna add big flames and thunders. And instead of the actual ship, it needs to be a big hand, right? A hand that gives a middle finger. On top of the middle finger, I want to have a massive flag that you can read it from very far away. Saying game on.
Yeah, I will allow that, and I'll give you a hero point for your imagination.
Thank you. And yes, give the smoke. I want the smoke. They need to know that we're here.
You just pull out a cigar from the captain's box and just light it on this fiery middle finger and just start smoking.
Light it up. Yeah, and then from there, I'm gonna use. That's my third spell of the day. Shit, I'm gonna use my my special item to cast fast step. So from the wind, I'm gonna drop myself and cast it as a bonus action, and I'm gonna keep casting it until I arrive at destination with the guys.
Yeah, sure. So. Right. Bear with me one moment, and. Right.
Oh, so, yeah. The hallucination terrain lasts 24 hours.
Yeah, well, that's 24 hours more than you were expecting. So, so yes, you guys have effectively reappeared on this beach. All of the bats and The bats are all just like swarming the ship. The rats have mysteriously disappeared.
Oh. I dislike that.
And so...
I was about to do it.
That is a masterpiece.
Thank you.
And Kashan just looks up at it and goes, "I approve, adventurer."
Hell yeah. We really need to leave this place. The vampires are gonna know exactly where we've been. Worth it.
And then, so you can basically put, while you're admiring this, all of the bats just suddenly start swarming around this flaming hand, and then all of them just sort of like go up into the air, and then they all just suddenly dive bomb onto the ship's mast. And all of them just sort of like all just start piling into this mass like on the crow's nest, and basically just take the form of a humanoid with giant bat wings, and he basically just stands up, does the sort of stretching motion, and then takes off his grandiose pirate hat. So 1 sec, everything is gone.
Better, bitch. Oh, he's kind of cool.
And
You've stolen his hat, though.
and gives you a grandiose bow, and then puts his hat back on. At which point he's completely obscured by the flames as the ship is engulfed.
So have we just killed Vlad the vampire by burning his ship down?
I don't know. Have you?
I'm asking you.
Well, we set everything on fire, so fuck yeah, he's dead.
Just hoping. I mean, dramatic way to go, though, if that is how he dies. Shall we leave this blazing place?
Okay,
Yes, please.
So
I need a nap.
okay, so the question is, where do you want to go? Because you are now effectively here. Ugh, can't go
I
there.
assume the other way that's not a dead end.
Yeah, the opposite way.
I'm gonna go blue.
So you're going to effectively backtrack and go to here.
Probably.
Okay, so you backtrack a bit, and you can see that as you sort of like crest the hills and stuff, you can see that the zombies that were following you out of the village have basically stopped and are just sort of like milling midway up the hill, if that makes sense. And they don't seem to be stimulated by anything. They're just wandering aimlessly around and just bumping into each other and stuff now.
Okay. That's good.
Okay. Tired. Okay.
Onward, I guess, honestly. Like, we
Yes,
need to
I
get
mean,
away
we
from
can't
that
go the other
Martha.
way, because no. So yeah.
Okay, bear with me while I calculate your XP. So 50.
Oh, Onyx, nice hat.
Thanks! I got it today.
Oh no, wait. Oh, look what I found. I'll give you the arrows. The 20 arrows.
Ooh, thank you. Are they just regular arrows?
Yep.
Fab.
Okay, if you want to give yourself 140 points of XP.
140.
Woo! Is that a level?
I want to add a couple of zeros for a level. Not this.
Wow, 140,000 you say? Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, so you come back up the hill to basically where you were. Are you going to be trying to avoiding the zombies that are at the bottom of the hill, or are you just going to be a bit brazen about it?
I think we want to avoid them catching line of sight of us. Because we don't want to drag them more into land than's needed. But that's my opinion.
I mean, if we encounter them, we try to, contain them. But if we can avoid them, that's better.
Yeah, we need to just get moving. Because the further distance we make between us and the blaze of the ship, the better.
Yeah.
Okay.
We really suck at hide and seek.
So so the ship is blazing away like 2 or so miles behind you, but the zombies don't seem to have caught sight of this yet. As I said, they're just like milling aimlessly at the bottom of the hill, and but so you get up to the top of the hill, going in sort of like diagonal direction away from them, and can I get a stealth check from each of you?
Oh god.
This is basically going to be a group stealth check, so all of your scores will basically be added together to determine whether or not you've been detected.
Oh my god, stop rolling here, please. I saw that number. Stop it, please.
Alright, remind me for next week to use my own fucking penguin dice. That is my lucky dice.
Guys, I got an unnatural 20, and I was happy with that. Now I'm wishing we did a lot better collectively.
Plus 20, plus what did Totem get? Where is Totem?
Fuck's sake.
Gets 25. What did you get, McKelly?
5.
Okay, so fortunately, zombies aren't particularly perceptive. So,
Oh, thank god.
so you're able to put just simply going in this diagonal direction was enough for you to be aware of them, but them not aware of you, and you basically end up back to where you started, at the top of the battlefield. Now, this battlefield goes on for several miles towards the west, so you're basically at one end of it, and then basically journeying effectively 5 miles in your western direction. Can I get survival from each of you, please?
Survival.
And Kashan then goes, I got a natural 20, adventurer.
Oh, damn! You're a surviving boy.
And then Marilla
I
goes,
got
I got a
27.
3, adventurer.
Oh, Marilla.
19
Is it
for me in
possible to
total.
make?
Right, so the one thing that you are noticing here, there's a lot of devastation, there's a lot of broken weapons and shields and all of that. The one thing you're not detecting is bodies.
Yeah, because they're all fucking awake. That's why.
Yeah, there's not a single body in, like, there's nothing that could be determined as, like, flesh in this particular area. You can see effectively points where bodies fell because they've made imprints in the dirt. Most notably, this.
Yeah, I was about to say, even the dragon. Even the dragon. Okay,
Mhm.
beautiful.
I'm sure it's fine.
Well, fighting a dragon is already hard. Imagine a zombie dragon.
Yeah, don't jinx it. Don't trust Matt.
Don't give it its idea.
Exactly.
That just needs to be on a t-shirt. Just don't trust Matt.
Future merch idea.
for no apparent reason whatsoever.
Oh god.
Nope.
No.
Okay. Well, that is it is weird without finding anybody whatsoever, but it's also expecting there are no bodies around because they all, standing and crawling somewhere.
Can't wait to meet them.
Yeah.
Woo.
Zombie horses as well.
Oh god, that's even worse.
I just think that with zombie horse.
I hope they have teeth.
Zorse.
Well, they won't go
Sort of.
very far if they haven't got feet. We would have found them by now.
Oh, so if zombies are incapacitated of running, can a dragon zombie fly and run? I mean, fly.
I will allow you to do a nature check with advantage in that regard, given that you have knowledge of the undead.
What was it? Intelligent?
Nature.
Whoops.
Nature.
Nature. We got advantage. Alright, that's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, that'll be enough. But you have known... Well, you know of stories where birds and stuff have been resurrected as zombies and they are capable of flying. And it mostly relies on muscle memory as opposed to a particular talent for flying. But where damage has occurred to the body in terms of its death, that can affect whether or not it can fly.
The
So-
capability of actually flying. Okay.
Yes, so say like a bird that gets resurrected with a broken wing wouldn't be able to fly, but a horse that has been resurrected with a broken leg has a broken leg, and there's no way to heal zombies either. So, but if that has happened, then then you estimate that the dragon, being a massive creature that needs a very delicate balance between weight and aerodynamics, probably would struggle with flying. But as long as everything is in the right place, it would be able to do it.
Okay. Well, let's hope that dragon is wingless.
Note to self: shoot its wings.
Okay.
So, what would you like to do in this Valley of Death?
Walk very
Not
carefully
be
across
here.
it.
Oh, did I say Valley of Death? I meant, yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to cover this.
Can we admire for a second the beautiness of my middle finger? Sheep on fire.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Now we can go.
So you say, yeah, let's go. And Maria says, yes, let's go, adventurer. And then everyone just stands still and is like, yep, we're going. Yep.
Yeah.
Any minute.
Let's
Do we
just
actually-
go along with the road. Hmm?
Can I push Shannon? Just like, go on, man.
Yes, I shall go
No,
first, adventurers.
Shouldn't I? Because I'm the ranger?
Sorry. Yes, I forgot. Go for it, Onyx. All yours, Captain.
Thanks.
Okay, so
Okay.
for no reason at all,
Uh-huh.
at all, I need you to be very specific about where you're standing.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, for
okay.
fuck's sake, Matt.
As I said,
I am a land captain, not a smart captain. There's a difference.
as I said, for no reason whatsoever. It's academic
Okay.
via academic research.
Academic research.
For academic purposes, I want to avoid any shadows of the of any body
How is-
of any kind.
How's the terrain?
Right, so it's effectively just like upturned mud. It has this greyish purplish hue to it, but Onyx has effectively determined that this is effectively grassland, just a very fucked up grassland.
So is it like a firm terrain, or is it like granularly kind of thing? That like walking actually actual stone, or is like walking on sand and you can feel like things moving on underneath your feet?
Oh, it's earth, if that's what you mean. In terms of things moving underneath, that's something that you would need to sort. From here, you can't detect anything, but that's just you in your passive perception capacity. If you wanted to actually look for that, then
Yeah, no, cool.
I just realized, why did I make life complicated for myself? So, took some of the error of the equation.
I know, but I wanted you to take your very convoluted route for no apparent reason.
I'm sure you would. I'm sure. I'm
Mark on the
sure.
map. Wait, if I go left, do I end up on the right?
What?
I mean, if I go on the right, if I go on this way, if I move right, do I end up like Pac-Man on the other side?
Oh.
Unfortunately not, but I will give you a hero point for your imagination in that regard.
I will add it to the collection.
I will add it to the collection. Oh god.
So, who would like to go first?
I'm gonna just tiptoe.
I'm guessing we have to take the complicated route for whatever game purposes, right?
You can take whatever route you want.
Hmm.
I wanna go up around this horse
Yeah, I think up
and
might be
along and around the
safe.
carriage, between the shield and the carriage, and then between the sword and the carriage, and then I wanna go up between the carriage and the bird, and along, and then down between the carriage and the shield, and then straight across.
Okay, I will allow perception checks from you as you guys are trying to work out what would be the best route for this.
Thank you. That is. Oh my god. I got a nat 20, so 26.
Lovely.
Finally. Finally.
Okay, so
I just like the lovely suddenly. Hang on.
right, so there are very definitive points that where the soil is darker than everywhere else, outside of just general imprints of animals and bodies and dragons and things like that. There are like spots where the earth is very definitively darker.
Yeah, I wanna go around those.
Okay. I have a small inkling that we might want to avoid those for no particular reason as well.
We shall follow you, adventurer.
Oh god.
No pressure, adventurer. And then Marilla
I guess,
says,
is that including?
we are all likely to die if you fail us, adventurer.
Oh, thanks, Marilla. I really appreciate that. Okay. Maybe we should have saved our dimension door for this. Oh. That would have been smart, but that's fine. With the darker stuff, would that include here-ish?
These are actual hills.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so basically the area that you're in is extremely hilly. I don't know if any of you watched the Battle of Verdansk video that I uploaded, but everything basically this area is like multiple hills with very little flat land in between them, and in the hills it's very much set up with like archery positions, artillery, with the bulk of the fighting occurring in the
Yeah.
lower level.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And then the lower level is where like the battlefield actually happened. Like,
Yeah.
people
Yeah.
just fight. Yeah.
Yeah, the killing ground, as it were.
The killing ground. Yeah, that makes sense.
I shall cast guidance on you, adventurer.
Did you move? Oh, come on, girl.
What?
Just go.
We are waiting on you, adventurer.
Hey. Oh gosh. Okay. I'm gonna.
It's not Minefields. I guess.
It's the one. It's a minefield of death. What do you mean?
Yeah, but probably just playing with our brains and make us think that this is actually a fucking minefield of death, when actually it's not. Maybe.
I'm just thinking of the thumbnail
See.
for this video.
I want to chance it with the hills. You know what they say, run for the hills, so I'm gonna head on over for the hills. Hopefully.
Okay, so Morello and Kashan just follow, but it's one of those sort of followings where they go at a very particular speed, and your running speed is faster than their. But your running speed is faster than their speed, but your walking is slower than theirs. So you have to sort of
Oh my god! Why? It's nightmare fuel. Okay, that's fine. Onyx is just gonna have to be really patient. That's fine. Okay.
Okay, so what are the two of you doing?
No. I guess I
already
just
said I'm
follow.
walking around. I've given you my path. That is the way I'm going.
Okay, so I'll trust you to direct yourself in that regard. Okay, so Barakash, you're following them. Okay, so
Oh god. Oh god.
I'm small.
Okay.
I can fit through teeny tiny gaps.
stop right there.
No!
Can I get a dexterity saving throw from you, please, Torden?
Technically, I was on that spell, which is not on the black.
Just still get a dexterity saving throw from you, please.
Hiya, go back to sleep. I may need a hand in the dexterity, sorry.
I'll do it for you.
Thank you. Very she's There's so much fun.
Okay, so as you step over sort of like this point here, a hand just reaches out from the dirt below you.
But it's not a black spot.
I said the black spots were there. I didn't say what they implied. and tries to grab you, but you just you're able to just step up out of the way and.
Can I stand on and jump onto it and squish it?
Yeah, if you want, do an unarmed strike against it.
Try unarmed strike. 23. Natural 20.
Okay.
Damn.
But technically you do 0 damage to it, but I will allow you to change that to a D4 if you want. Or if you want to do your bite action with it.
Yeah, I'll bite. That's bigger damage. Do
Yep.
I get to do that with, what do you call it?
Basically just roll the damage and then double it.
Okay. 10 damage. That's
Okay.
doubled.
So you basically just bite the hand of this creature as it tries to pull itself out of the...
From underneath the thing.
Oh
Yep.
gosh.
And you basically see this really... Sorry, one sec. You basically see this really slimy humanoid creature that is just completely featureless. Like, it doesn't have any identifying head shapes or or anything about it, and you basically just take a big bite out of its arm as as it tries reaching for you, and you inadvertently pull it out of the ground as you do, and effectively a ghoul has attempted to try and catch you.
But it obviously failed.
How do the rest of you react to this?
Uh,
It wasn't in the dark spots though.
Onyx?
This is fine. This is fucking fine.
Okay. So then, at various points on the battlefield, you can see the Earth is starting to shift.
oh. Mm.
Okay, so
How many
these.
are they?
So you basically see from the ground these creatures are starting to effectively try and dig their way out. They're not quite mobile yet.
Are they all like humanoids?
Yeah,
Shit.
they're all these featureless, slimy humanoid creatures. What would anyone like to do about this?
Oh, well, I don't know. They are still trying to.
Dig their way out of
By
the
the
world.
way, they were coming out of the ground.
I've got literally like one spell left. um, mm, I will Eldritch blast them. Yeah, I will blast them.
I guess we're all preparing for combat.
Yeah, so you're effectively in sort of like pre-combat action. So, Michaela, you want to
Yep.
put Eldritch Blast one. Which one would you like to Eldritch Blast?
The closest. Yes, the closest, because I don't want to like miss and then hit soldier. I get that one.
Okay, sure. Okay, so yeah, roll your Eldritch Blast, please.
Yes, it's two of them.
No.
26 and 30.
Okay, and then so yes, if you want to roll those both hits, so if you want to roll your damages on those.
Okay,
No.
total is 21. It's an 8 and a 13.
Sorry, one sec. So the cat's trying to steal the Maya's chicken nuggets. Again.
Chicken nugget.
Yes, the cat's trying to steal chicken nuggets. She's even chasing him to the kitchen. I hope you covered them up. She can jump. Yes, our cat has weird tastes.
Like whiskey.
And curry.
Okay, so were both of those centered on this one?
21.
Were both of them aimed at this one?
Yes.
Okay, so 21 damage in total, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you just immediately just Eldritch Blast this thing, like bang, bang. Both of them just hit it straight in the chest, and it just, in this half-buried state, just like flops onto the ground. Can you describe your Eldritch Blasts?
Yes, it's a very fairy, not fairy, like flaming. That was the thing. Flaming, smoky, ray. Mainly it's purple, but the flame, the smokes around is green. It's very like uncommon as a normal blast, let's say.
Okay. So immediately after you cast these two, like this little sort of electrical force appears to just build up in front of your eyes, and you're not entirely sure what it is, and then just sort of hit. You just immediately remembered the dream that you had, where you fought effectively this force, but when the magic of the castle tried to attack you with a lightning storm. And then
Ooh,
this just builds up in front of you and then just immediately sends out another Eldritch Blast towards this one. Except this one is very definitively electrical. So if you'd like to do another one, please.
ooh, yes, mates. Ooh, to hit, right?
No, it's rolled its own hit, but if you'd like to do the damage.
Okay. It's 14.
14 damage, yep. So this... so it just hits this this ghoul straight in the chest, and it goes through it, and just crashes into the ground, leaving this big hole in its chest. The ghoul is very, like, shaken by this, but it doesn't kill it immediately. But it's basically just walking around with this giant hole in its chest now.
Fuck. So okay, that thing, it wasn't the wine, right? Did you all see that? Did you?
Okay, so Onyx, what's your combat action?
Sobbing. Checking behind or around us to make sure there's no other, like, threats that are, like, coming towards us or, like, spying on us or whatever the hell, basically. So I trust nothing.
I don't know what you mean, darling.
Whoa! God, Frank, this is really not the time.
Okay, so you are basically just checking this area to see if there's any threats here.
Yeah, this area and, like, behind us, like, in the distance, like, our surrounding, like, on the horizons and stuff. Because obviously there were the zombies below the hill sort of thing, and I don't know if they're going to be all... Oh my god, there's action up there now. And
Okay.
try and home in on us.
Yep, so can I get a perception check from you, please?
Fab. How perceptive was I again then? Okay. 17.
Okay, so yes, the zombies at the bottom of the hill are now attracted by the sounds of magical blasts and everything. They're now heading towards you. However, they do have an uphill climb. So it's not likely that they're going to reach you anytime soon, but they are heading towards you. And also, you see that at this point is one of the tentacle things that you saw earlier on in the village.
Well, this was gonna be the right way. Okay, fine. That's just rude. So, yeah, don't touch that, I guess. I'm gonna shimmy down one, if possible, just so I remind my future self, don't go up. Okay. And... I'm not wasting my silver. I'm appreciating the red text. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Just start scratching it in the dirt sort of thing. Don't go this way, Onyx. Don't care if you guys are fighting. I must remind myself. Well, I guess I'll prepare to just fight, I guess. I'm not necessarily going to loose an arrow yet, because I don't know how good my normal arrows are going to be against them.
Well, bear in mind you can just twang your bow, and that does shoot out
Oh,
a
yeah.
magical arrow.
And
Yeah, actually, I'll do that then.
Did Barcast give her the arrows?
Yes.
Okay. So we have the arrows, we don't know what they're made out of as well.
Oh yeah.
They're made out of some form
We'll
of
figure
metal,
that.
we don't know the identification.
Mhm.
Unquote map.
Yep.
I'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, then I'll attack this one far down here.
Sure. So the one that got hit by the electric Eldritch Blast.
Ooh. Actually, on second floor then. Since he's already been dealt with, I'll deal with the really far one.
Sure.
Brazil's been dealt with. What is my everything? Okay. I can do that. Oh, fuck. That's a 12.
That does actually hit.
No way! Oh my
Mhm.
god!
These
Thank
things
you.
are literally naked and stuff, so they don't have any armor or anything like that.
Oh god. Okay, naked and not afraid. Okay, right, what does my bow do again? 1d6. What is the
Oh, that sounds
d6?
like a Morena man right there.
That's just a matter of opinion, adventurer.
Ah!
No, I expected Morena to run
That
up and start
will be
offering
a
clothing
whopping
or something.
5 damage from the bow.
5 damage, yep. Okay.
I just finished with the Captain Logbook, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah?
I like it. But now I'm kind of scared of what we've missed out inside the boats. And
Yeah.
I'm concerned about the lockbox that I've got with me.
Oh god,
It's
I haven't
probably got a
read
cursed
through
sword in it.
Yeah, but when we out of here, I mean, you can read the logbook as well. You understand why the actual skeleton was locked on the steering wheel.
Yes. I read the end of it.
Hey, we didn't let it off. We burnt it to a crisp. It's fine.
If you say so, honey. If you say so.
It's all there now. And hey, if we did set it free, then it owes us a favour. Better the devil you know. You should know that. Okay.
Okay, so
He's randomly shouting this across the battlefield, by the way.
just sitting on this ghoul that's trying to dig its way out of the ground. Okay, so can I get initiatives from you all, please?
Yes.
No. You
Oh,
may
for
not have
fuck's
initiative.
sake! I hate Alice.
Oh no you didn't! No you fucking didn't, bro. Oh.
Oh god. But so bear with me. It's giving me the old. Oh damn it. It's giving me the old system for all of the initiative. So
No.
how do I just clear this? Move all. Turn this to clear. There we go. Right.
Oh, by the way, Billie Eilish and Imagine Dragons was literally 2 miles away from my house yesterday.
Oh wow.
No way.
Yeah, because of the
That's
Reading
awesome.
the Reading Festival, isn't it?
That's awesome.
Yeah, but it wasn't because I couldn't go to the festival because someone didn't have the money for it. It's not a new job. Sad. Mm.
Okay, Marilla.
I'm surprised there's not a locals discount type thing for that.
Hmm.
No, it doesn't count. Unfortunately, still under £20 for just one day.
Hmm. Fair enough. should let us know. We would have put together a ticket for you for like early Christmas present or something.
Oh no, bro, nothing.
Jordan, what did you get?
5.
Kelly, what did you get?
I forgot.
He
It
got
was
a
on
20.
roll. Oh, 20.
Onyx, what did you get?
It's still showing on my
I have
screen.
21. I think I
Okay.
wrote it, unless it got rid of it.
And the ghouls got.
Oh yeah, I can read. Ooh, I can do it.
Okay.
I don't like doing that.
No, wrong way. There we are. Okay, so Onyx, you get the first turn.
I thought Verdansk got 20.
Onyx got 21.
I'm gonna shoot at this guy again, honestly, because that seemed to work a little bit.
Okay, but you are basically tucked at the bottom of a hill, so if you wanted better vantage, you could move to the top of the hill if you wanted.
King of the Hill!
As long as I know it's not gonna wake up this dude, then yes.
Okay, you did have to get pretty close the last time that you saw it before it did anything. Basically,
Yeah.
you effectively needed to get into range of its tentacle before it was able to do anything with you, and also there is the remnants of a catapult put in front of you as well. Are you going to Hunter's Market?
I'm not gonna waste that on these dudes because they're a bit squishy.
Sure.
That's my thought process. If they provide to be an absolute hassle, then yes, I will. But until then.
Sure.
That'll be
Are you doing arrows
An-
or just your bow?
just the bow.
Okay.
That'll be an unnatural 20.
Yep, that hits.
Ooh. D6. 4 damage.
Alright. Okay, so that's your first action?
I'll do it again. Hopefully, if fate decides to be nice to me. About that. 11.
Okay.
Guess I missed.
Okay, unfortunately that doesn't hit. But would you like to do anything as a bonus action?
No.
You do all get your
I
dancing blade
somehow-
out again? Or anything?
I'm a bit too far from everyone to do Dancing Blade right now. I'm gonna opt out for now.
Well, the one thing about your dancing blade is that if you basically have a sword in your hand and the dancing blade is near you, then you get a bonus to your AC. Because you do have the dual wielding trait.
Oh. I still might opt out just because I like having the high ground and also just keeping my distance because, you know, social distancing from zomboid things is kind of my thing.
And then just as you sort of like think this, you just hear the voice of Ewan McGregor just go, "Hello there."
My deity, thank you.
Okay, Barracast, you're up.
Yep. Just a sec.
Oh dear.
No, nothing. I was just calculating the area. I can't do much because I've got just one spell left. I'm gonna keep it. So I'm just gonna go with Eldritch Blast at the moment. Unfortunately, it's gonna be boring. I know, but I'm sorry. Gonna aim to this one over here, the furthest one. Did you, Onyx? Did you attack that? Wait, which one did you attack before?
I went for, the far boy.
The far boy. All right.
Yes.
And he didn't die, right?
Not yet,
no.
but I'm not doing big damage. So
Oh, actually, this one is being heated. I'll
yeah.
attack this one first with one hit, and then I'll see what to do. All right. So it is 23 to hit
Yep.
and a 17 damages.
17. Yeah. So yeah, the Eldritch Blast just go bang bang straight into it, and like this one, it just sort of like just collapses onto the floor, like smoke just billowing from his body, and then again, the lightning just sort of builds up in front of you and just zoop straight at this one.
Uh-huh.
Roll damage, please.
Oh, I love this bit. Oh, 11.
11 damage, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and this one just goes straight through this thing's skull and just blows it off.
Woohoo!
Nice.
Put anything as a bonus or anything?
Not right now. I'm good. Thank you.
Alright then. So Kashan is then going to say, Fear not, adventurers, I shall fight the ghouls.
Yeah, you still 0 point, mate.
6. He'll then use his action to dash. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And will then just simply throw his silvered hand axe at the ghoul that's there.
I was reading something. What was I reading?
For initially 9 damage, but the ghoul reacts badly to the silver for doubling that for 18 damage.
Nice.
And that's his turn done. The ghouls, but the one next to Tordum is going to try and is going to attempt to bite you. Does an 18 hit you?
Maybe. Yes.
Okay, so that's 4 damage to you. And then the ones which are still alive, they're just going to lope towards you guys. So that one's also going to try and do a claw attack. That's going to miss. And then this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, is going to just simply stay there. And then Morela's turn. She is then going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and she is then going to she is going to summon her spiritual weapon. Where is it? And that'll basically be her turn. So Tordum, you're up.
Sorry,
That's okay.
I'm gonna do Mind Slither,
Sure.
and I'm gonna, on the one I'm basically sitting on.
Sure.
It has to do an intelligence saving throw and beat 17.
I can immediately tell you that even if this got a nat 20, it won't succeed at that.
Okay. So it's gonna take d6 psychic damage, and then it gets 1d4 subtracted from its net saving throw. It doesn't saving throws.
Yep, so roll damage.
8 psychic damage.
And is this an evocation?
No, it's instantaneous.
Bear with me. Yeah, it's an enchantment. Okay. Right. Anything as a bonus action?
No, I can't really do any bonus actions.
Okay. Right, so as this just sort of like carries on, but Onyx, can I get a perception check from you, please?
Okay.
For no reason whatsoever.
Yes, of course.
Okay. That'll be a 21.
Okay. But you notice this is going well.
Way too well.
Okay, and
I
if you'd like to take your turn.
I dislike that. I dislike that greatly. I have a bad feeling things are about to go terribly wrong suddenly. 5, 10, 15. Let's move there so I don't shoot anyone. Because that's always a good idea. Always a good start. Never mind. There we go.
You do have the high ground, so you can shoot over Kashan's head.
Yeah, I'll do that then.
Yeah, but this,
I'll definitely go for this.
the Torgum's got two of those in them.
Oh,
No.
yeah! Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll definitely go for this one then. That is everything that I actually need. That is 24.
Okay, yeah, that hits.
Yeah. And that'll be a 5 with the bow. Still not using arrows for the time being.
Okay, so yeah, that kills this one. But, when it eventually loads, there we go. Okay, and your second action?
I will try and get this one.
Sure.
Will I still be okay with that? I'm not worried about hurting Torden.
But yeah, you still got the high ground, and yeah, she's quite small.
Nice. That is 19.
Yeah, that hits, and damage, please.
4.
And yeah, that also kills this one.
Hey!
Okay, so there's just this singular but goal here. Anything as a bonus?
No. I'm not sure where this is going, so I'm just gonna hold off for now.
Okay, Barracas, can I get a perception check from you?
No.
Okay, take your turn, please.
Well,
11.
11. Oh no.
Okay, yep, you don't notice anything in particular. So
Okay,
yeah,
cool. That's cool.
if you'd like to take your turn.
Yeah, I will. So since I haven't seen anything, I guess I'll move.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, wrong one. Come on, man. Jesus fuck. Well, what's that?
What's what? You haven't noticed anything.
Fair enough. Yep. Move, fucker. Alright, I'll move here and I'll finish to blast off this guy.
Sure.
So first one is 20, the second one is 25.
Yep.
On hits, we've got, for fuck's sake, a 9.
Yep.
And a 9, so 18.
18. Yeah, and then so again the electricity builds up. But instead of striking any of the ghouls, it shoots out in the vague direction of Onyx.
Oh, hey, friend. Oh, God, friend. Why, friend?
And just goes straight at this guy.
Out of my will. Like, do I know that this thing is acting on my will, or is an external actually a physical external force decides its things for me.
Yes, so this
Yes, what?
electrical this electrical version of your Eldritch Blast appears to have its own agenda. It's picking targets of its own volition.
Sorry, I'm too busy.
I
Sorry.
mean, thanks, bro. Please spook him off me. I didn't expect a homie to be with me.
Oh, me. Don't go. Okay.
It's the hat. He's attracted to the hat. Let's be real.
Do I notice that the blast just like fucked off another way?
Yes, so you can basically just put like it just shoots off and you just look and you can, but you see Onyx, you don't see the person next to him. It's only whenever this it hits that he then appears. So it's very much so think of it. He was like invisible. He then gets hit by it, and the invisibility then drops.
Ha!
Oh my god.
Oh,
Oh my god, he was. Oh shit, you see.
can I?
Shit.
Okay.
And the
Do I have time to like scream at Onyx like, look how you
Jay,
you
no
got
way.
friends?
I have friends. Oh, hey, how you doing?
And he then sort of like just looks at you in this really annoyed way, and he says in this heavily Greek accent, which I'm not going to attempt, and just goes, "Well, this is awkward."
Well, this is awkward. No, that was Italian. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad. I've got a Greek friend and he does an amazing Italian accent, but he's Greek. It's just a blasphemy. Anyway, carry on.
Yeah, we'll get him to voice this guy in future. When we make our own Amazon Prime video of this series, then he can be the voice actor for this guy.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then he's just like, oh, don't mind me. I'm just watching.
Uh-huh.
So can I get
At least get to know me before anything else, bro. Like, come on, you gotta have some manners.
You mean you're creeping? That's what you mean. You don't watch when you're invisible. You're creeping.
Yeah.
Can I get the damage, please?
After the second one, I rolled it. It was a 12.
12. Okay. Okay. He doesn't seem particularly perturbed by it, but it did hit him straight in his chest, and his silken like outfit, which is very sort of like which is basically the style of like a Roman legionary with a red sash over it, is basically blackened in the middle where it's been hit.
Okay.
Okay. Anything as a bonus action?
Not yet. Thank you.
Okay. So Kashan, being completely oblivious to this, is going to charge straight at the goal. And is basically just going to clobber it with his axe. Even though he got a 2, still hits with his plus 11 modifier.
Oh my
And
god.
and quite cleanly severs head from... Oops. Quite cleanly severs head from neck, and the ghoul body just collapses onto the floor. And he's then just going to go to the other one, I believe it was this one, and claim his silvered hand axe from it.
Hey.
So the guy who was basically standing next to Onyx and said, please, allow me to introduce myself. I am Remus. The first of the hunters pursuing you, shall we say. And this performance was interesting, but why don't we say we up the stakes slightly?
Ironic about stakes, don't you think?
Oh, you can have a hero point for that.
Thank you. Oh no. I'm probably gonna die because of what I say, but it's gonna be so worth it. Hell yeah. Okay. Noted. There you go.
Well played.
Thank you. I would pay if he kills me at
well
this point.
served.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. Anyway, please continue, sir. Apologies.
Yes, so that was very rude of you, but but you see, when my master said to us that we could hunt you, and that we could do so however you want, I chose an art that was very primal, shall we say. There is a bond between beast and, well, he looks down at himself, and humanish, that precedes any magical ability and is very much in the blood, shall we say. And that is what I bring to this conflict. I bring you the bonds of my beasts.
Oh darn.
And with that, he just simply bursts into... sorry, one sec. Just simply bursts into another swarm of bats, which then starts circling around the battlefield. So he's basically just sort of like orbiting the battlefield in this in bat form, and you just and from the sort of like further distance of the battlefield, you hear a "ow."
Oh gosh.
Again.
As well. Jesus.
Okay, and with that, looking at the time, shall we call this session?
Yeah.
And then we can, and then everybody can then hopefully join us with the knowledge that they're about to be attacked by rabid wolves.
I hope so, because I'm gonna cry. Oh no, this is fine. This is fine. We're fine. I can deal with wolves. We've dealt with werewolves after all. I'm sure it's fine, right?
It is.
Right.
It is. They're just more vicious.
Guys.
Oh, it's fine. I have a wait. I have a holy symbol. Why wasn't I Oh my god, I'm dumb. Anyway, I will remember that tomorrow. I'll write that on the ground next to me in a second.
This is what I do at work. When someone asks me something, I write it down on my arm, so I will forget it. And then when I will wash my hands, I look at my arms and like, oh yeah, I don't forget.
Oh, thank you, DM, for the thank you for the wise notes. Oh god.
And then Marilla just points
You're
out
so stupid.
these notes are being written in human blood, adventurer.
Real, don't worry about it. It's just it should be my blood, if anything, probably. Or someone else, right? Right?
Though it will be interesting in the fact that this is the first combat that David has missed, where he hasn't been brought down to half HP in his
Oh my
absence.
god, yeah! We did
Yes, he survived.
it! Well, now.
For now. Alright then, guys. It was really great to have another session. I must say, I really did need this. So thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yes,
was
thank you,
pretty good, guys.
session. It was so good.
Just out of interest, is that nobody's having nightmares about this or anything like that, are they?
Yeah.
Because we are living the nightmare, that's why.
Yeah!
Alright then, but we'll pencil in next Monday, assuming that Dave and Charlotte will be joining us for internet-related problems.
Yeah, he's hoping.
I still can't
Yeah.
believe she hasn't got internet yet.
I know, I don't understand what's going on. Oh,
Hopefully David will get back to us in this regard, and then we'll be able to have like a full session again.
It's probably
yeah,
fine.
he's
Yeah.
hoping.
Now it's getting very rare for us to play all together.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate, and it's probably going to get worse as Christmas hits in, but hopefully we'll be able to do another Christmas one shot or something like that. So.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I like that. Yeah.
Also,
I
also see
I've
that
asked-
you've uploaded your image to one of your Facebook groups.
well, yes, that's a statement. So, yeah. So anyway, I've asked my manager to always give me Mondays evening off. So
Cool.
hopefully, I will be able to join sessions if that happens.
That's
But if
awesome.
they
Yeah.
don't, but if they don't, I mean, like, let me know so I can work. And
Yeah, sure. Well, but in that case, I'll do axes on the Monday for the following week, so at least then you got like a week's notice.
oh, it's fine. Even if it's like on the Sunday we decide that someone drops out or whatever, you know.
Basically, as soon as we know that it's not going to happen, let him know.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We will do. Alright,
Okay.
guys. I'll see you next week then.
Mhm.
If you need to chat about anything or be scared of anything, then please feel free to get in contact.
No worries.
Thank you for the session.
Thank you, man.
Alright, guys. See you in a bit. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.